Life is gonna be hard. No one said it was supposed to be easy. Life isn't fair. Sometimes you just gotta do it alone. What do you do? How do you live? How do we get through it? You got to stand up. You got to get up. The path that you have chosen was never designed to be easy. Some people want it easy, but I dare you to go the hard way. What do we do with the life that has been given? How do we face the circumstances that have been brought before us? Do we give up? Do we stand up? Do we push through? Those are the questions that we ask each and every day when we are faced with adversity. Hard times create tough mass. Tough mass creates tough characters. But you got to carry on. So when it gets tough, you gotta get tougher. When you're standing on your own 2 feet and the storm is coming in, you still gotta stand. And sometimes you just gotta stand alone. Greatness requires work. And hard work is how you get it. You don't give up because it's hard. You don't give up because it's challenging. You don't give up on you. Let the hard work begin. So when you're standing alone, make sure you stand with a pure heart, with a great mindset, because there's no one like you. There's nothing that can stop you. No one can do the things that you do. No one can stand like you do. You have to keep going. You have to be truthful to who you are inside. It was never designed to be easy. Don't give up. Go for it. The question is, how hungry are you? How much are you willing to give of yourself? Because it's really ultimately up to you. You can't sit around and waste time. You can't sit around and determine that everything is going to go your way, because it will not go your way all the time. But I tell you what, if you keep laying around wasting time, time is going to continue to carry on with or without you, because you have already decided to lay in your bed because you were just too tired to get up. It's up to you to make a difference so that you can be a difference maker. It's up to you to be a solution and not a problem. That means you got to be serious, and you got to be willing, and you got to be dedicated. You got to take that leap of faith. I understand it will never be easy. I understand that I got to work. I understand that sometimes I want to give up, but I will not give up. So while you're sitting around, moping around, blaming everybody for what you're not doing, guess what? Nobody's gonna sit around and wait for you to do the right thing for yourself, because it's all up to you. So just get busy. You are on your way. Success doesn't have time for your excuses. Success doesn't have time for your laziness. Success doesn't have time for the person who doesn't truly want to change. fear. I know you are scared. But turn that fear into fire. We've all been there. We've all been afraid of something. But don't give up. You keep trusting. You keep believing. You keep going. Embrace the suck. And keep on fighting. It's okay that you failed, but don't think you don't have what it takes. Don't doubt. Don't be ashamed. Trust in who you are. I must work. I must believe. I will fight. I will work. I will push. And I will never quit on me. I know that I have to work. I know that I have to believe. I know I have to trust in me. You got to show up. Sometimes we are going to have to just deal with the circumstances and the challenges that we face. You can't be soft. You can't be weak and expect the greatness to come out of you. You can't expect anything good to come out of nothing. If you're not giving nothing, you get nothing. Now get up and do your work. When it comes to the work ethic, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and all the naysayers. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to be quiet and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart. Listen to your truth. It's okay sometimes, because these things are going to happen no matter how hard you work. But you don't have the right to give up. You don't have the right to give in. And stop playing the blame game and go about your business. When you have been pushed back even harder. I dare you to go down that path that many refuse to go. Pain, passion, focus, faith. You put it together. You will be an unstoppable force.
Will you keep going?
In the face of
whatever. I never thought about quitting. If they told me to get back in the water again, let's go. They told me to put that log on my shoulder, let's go. Put the boat on my head, let's go. I didn't care. I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, I wasn't the smartest, but I did know that I could work hard. I had to work hard. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna go through some hardship. You're gonna sweat, you're gonna choke, you're gonna get your arm broken. Like, these things are gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna go forward. I can't get out of this. I'm gonna go forward. I'm not gonna quit, so I'm gonna go forward, bring it on. And I think if there's anything that you learn, it's to keep pushing through things that suck. And I would love to say like, oh, keep pushing through adversity, but this isn't adversity. This is just things that suck. It's one level below adversity. Adversity is when you're having a challenge. This is just something that's gonna suck, and you're gonna have to push through it. But it's like, oh, do you want to do this or not? Which is what I think a lot of it boils down to. Do you actually want to do this or not? But the vast majority of people, they quit, but they don't usually say that. And even in their mind, they probably don't believe it. They probably believe, well, you know, it was my leg, and once my leg was hurting, I knew I was gonna have a hard time on the runs, so I wasn't gonna be able to make the runs. That's why I quit. But it wasn't really quitting, it was because of my leg.
You're talking there about people making excuses. What have you come to learn about the nature of excuses?
Your excuses will destroy you and take everything that you ever wanted from you, if you let them. When your excuses make you feel a little bit better about the fact that you didn't execute on what you needed to execute on, then they can make you feel better. But they're not helping you. They're not helping you at all. When the excuses all go away and people can actually confront the fact that this is all because of me, it hurts, but is also unbelievably empowering, because if these problems are because of me, then I'm capable of fixing these problems. I was a little kid. I wanted to be some kind of soldier. I wanted to be some kind of commando. So I collected little plastic soldiers. I had different military units. And one of the historical military units that I had was the British Commandos. And so I had these tiny figurines, and they had machine guns, and they had kayaks, and they had little inflatable boats. And I thought to myself, that's what I want to do. And then when I was probably around 12 or 13, I realized you actually could do that. You could actually get the job of being a commando. And the closest thing that I found was being in the Navy and being in the SEAL teams.
I have to ask a very dumb question here, which is, what is a Navy SEAL?
So a Navy SEAL is a part of the Navy, but you're the special operations component of the Navy. The percentage of people that make it through SEAL training is about 20%. People that are under the age of 20, it goes down to about 5%. So yeah, I was one of those like small percentage of people that are very young but still make it through.
Well, they call the one of the weeks Hell Week, don't they? Mm-hmm. So they try and simulate hell.
Yeah, they try and simulate hell. It's about 5.5 days, no sleep, lots of physical activity, lots of stress, lots of pain, and lots of people quit. I would say most of the people that quit, it's probably 80% of the quitters quit in that week. And it breaks people. The other thing is, you might be an exceptional swimmer and you might be exceptional upper body strength, but you're not that fast of a runner. They're gonna find that out. Or you might be a fast runner, but a bad swimmer. They're gonna find out what your weakness is. You might not like the cold. They're gonna see it. You might not like the boat on your head. They're gonna see it. They might see that you have a bad temper. They're gonna find that, and they're gonna pick at that thing to either make you come out the other side or make you quit. One of the things they do is they'll line you up and they say interlock arms, and you get arm in arm with the guy next to you, and they say forward march, and you march in the water, and they say take seats, and you sit down. And they leave you in there. And it's called surf torture. And you just sit there. And after a while, they'll pull you up out of the water, they'll line you up, and the doctor will come down and see if anyone has hypothermia. And if no one has hypothermia or signs of hypothermia yet, get back in the water. And they just keep doing that.
Did you have some kind of innate advantage, or can we all become Jocko?
If I had to guess, I would say no. I would say you can't teach it. I would say that you can grow it. If you've got the seed of some sort of fire, you could probably grow and you can get better at it. But it's the same thing. You go back to, like, if you ever met anyone that was a prisoner of war, there's some people that had a will that they were not gonna die. I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna keep going. And if you didn't have that will to carry on, you die. And the people that died, they did not have the will to live. And think about how bad things have to be before you say, you know what, I'm just gonna lay here and die. That can get to that point. It was a guy who was, going through hardship with his job, with his marriage, and the marriage was coming to an end. The job was gonna come to an end as well. And he's out there and doesn't know what to do. And the analogy that I set up for him is, if I'm in the woods, which is where you are right now, you're in the woods and you don't know where to go because the wife's not there anymore, the job's not there anymore, you don't know where to go right now. So if you're in the woods and you don't know where to go, start walking. You got to start walking because the perspective's not going to change. You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction. Okay, now you can go walk in the other direction. And that's going to be fine. But standing there lost and not doing anything is just waiting to die, waiting to starve to death. Don't let that happen. If you frame things right in your life, if you frame a business challenge as an opportunity to build a stronger team, if you frame a personal challenge as an opportunity to overcome and improve yourself, these things that seem so horrible are actually very positive components of your existence, and they're going to make you better. And you're going to have to push through it. When the excuses all go away and people can actually confront the fact that this is all because of me, it's also liberating, because now you have control over your fate and over your destiny, and that is a glorious thing.
Life was given for a reason. We exist for a reason. We were put on this earth to do great things. But the challenges, ladies and gentlemen, the challenges had to happen. They must happen. But we must carry on. What do we do with the life that has been given? How do we face the circumstances that have been brought before us? Do we give up? Do we stand up? Do we push through? Those are the questions that we ask each and every day when we are faced with adversity. No one said it was supposed to be easy. Hard times create tough mass. Tough mass creates tough characters. But you got to carry on. So when it gets tough, you gotta get tough. We are born to do great things. Not everybody is going to stand with you. Not everybody is going to support you. Not everybody is going to be by your side. So when you're standing alone, make sure you stand with a pure heart, that you do have something that you must do. Learn to walk alone sometimes. Learn to be strong when you need to be strong. Learn to understand that not everybody will be with you. I dare you to go down that path that many refuse to go. I dare you to show up and show the world that you have something that is special and unique about you. I dare you to show the world something they ain't never seen before about you. I dare you to stand up. I dare you to breathe life into your purpose. I dare you to do it. I dare you to be strong. I dare you to be a man. I dare you to be a woman. I dare you to be the one that they never even knew existed. All you got to do is just stand on what you do. Pain, passion, focus, faith. You put it together. You will be an unstoppable force. Not everything you do in life is meant for you. Not everything that you want out of life is designed for you. But there comes a time in your life that you have to just say, let's be patient. Let's take the necessary steps. Let's make a few mistakes. I'm talking about the mistakes that happen throughout life just to get to a common ground. Accept the challenges. but don't give up. So when you're standing alone, make sure you have the right mindset within you to know that, hey, at the end of the day, I must stand. I must work. I must believe. I will fight. I will work. I will push. And I will never quit on me. You let the naysayers tell you that you didn't have it. You let negativity surround you. You let doubt and fear control you. You let excuses kill you. Now what do? You gotta get up. Stop sleeping on your dreams. Stop sleeping on your desires. Stop sleeping on your passion. Ladies and gentlemen, no one said it was supposed to be easy. I will make everything count each and every day of my life. For my life is in my hands, and I must be willing to do what I must do to get where I need to be in my life. Hard times, what do? How do we get through it? Do we stress, or do we take a rest from it? Do we know how to turn it up, or do we know how to turn it off? You don't know enough about yourself because you believed everything negative about you, but you didn't have the truth within you. You didn't understand that you were made for a reason. You didn't understand that you had power. Ladies and gentlemen, get out there and fight for your life. What you do right now matters. How you pursue your life, how you go further in your life is what you put inside of your mindset and say, I am ready, I must go forward, and if I look back, I'm too distracted to see what's in front of me. Do you have to keep going? But the moment you doubt, you step too far back and not enough forward, you will lose. You will lose yourself because you have given up. You will lose yourself and you will never find your way back because you gave up too soon. You will lose yourself because you didn't think you had it anymore. Battles are meant to fight. You will fight each battle of your life, and some you will win and some you will lose. But if your heart is beating and your brain is functioning and your eyes are open, ladies and gentlemen, get out there and fight for your life. It's hard. Deal with it. Every day you breathe is a chance for you to live. Every day that you breathe is a chance for you to make a difference. Every day that you breathe is a chance for you to stand up. Every day that you breathe is a chance for you to make a difference within yourself. Every day that you breathe is an opportunity for you to fight. Every day that you breathe is an opportunity for you to let the world know that you are about your business. Let the hard work begin. Let the testimony be the testimony. When you are tested, be the testimony. When you have been pushed back even harder. When you feel that you can't carry on, feel within yourself that you are alive and you got a job to do. It is all business, never personal. Be productive, be strong, be powerful, hard work, never quit. And from the bottom of my heart, ladies and gentlemen, conduct your business.
The thing of dreams, what you see in the movies, can become your reality when you work for it. It's the deposits and the contributions that we make behind the scenes where nobody can see it. It's the days and the minutes and the moments and the hours and the reps that you put in. It's the meals that you missed. It's the times that you lost sleep. And people may have thought you were losing your mind because you logged out of social media for months at a time to build something. You paused on hanging out with the boys or the girls so you can manifest it, so you can see it finally. I've come to the resolve that every table that I sit at, every room that I walk in, every stage that I stand on, every life that I enter, the question I want to ask myself and the question that I want to ask you is, did things get better because you were there? It is what we do in secret. It is what we do in silence. It is how we work on ourselves and condition ourselves when nobody can see it, that will determine how we execute in public. And I'm just wondering if there's anybody listening to me out there that has come to the resolve that now is the time to become the person you know you've been destined to be. Most of us are not okay with silence. We gotta talk, we gotta hear TV, we gotta listen to the radio, we gotta watch social media. It's just a constant, wrapped in the swirl of distraction and noise. We never get to the place of manifestation. Learn how to do this thing without talking about it. Multitasking is not for most people. Being a jack of all trades is not something to be proud of. It's not a badge of honor. That you will have a desire and hunger to master something, to work smart and not just hard. Release what God has given you. Master one thing at a time. Everything that is within us, we give to an idea. When we can get alone with ourselves, we can execute relentlessly. Because whatever it is that's been fighting your bloodline, whatever it is that's been running through your family, I pray that your testimony is that it ran in your family until it ran into you. And the moment that it ran into you, it got a rude awakening. We can be steady and persistent under pressure. We won't buckle or grow fatigue if we can understand our design and how to faithfully fulfill the assignment that is on our life.
Not everybody needs to know your every move, your every step. Because sometimes there are outsiders that will come in and they will distract you from your destiny. When you quiet yourself, when you turn down the volume from all of the things that are holding you back and turn up the volume within you and knowing that you have all you need within yourself to push forward, then all things are possible.
So if I could tell you anything in this moment, it would be to divorce distractions, living vicariously through the lives of people that are posting on social media, not their journey, not step by step, not the process, but they're posting their highlight reels. They're showing you the best of their life. And you're comparing your worst days to their best days. You're distracted. Get off social media for a moment. Anybody that built something significant in the age of social media took a step back. They unplugged. They uninstalled the app for a season. You gotta live at the edge of your abilities, constantly challenging yourself to jump higher, leap farther, run faster, to break through, not to go around. If we're going to manifest the future that we see in our heads and hold it in our hands, then we have to rewrite the code. We've got to unlock new paradigms, new behaviors. Beat on your craft and work on yourself so diligently, so vigorously, so energetically, so dynamically, so very strategically that we force ourselves to achieve.
Just be quiet and work in silence. This is all that is needed from you. So whatever life has for you, and you stand up, and you work hard, and you keep moving, and you keep believing, and you stay powerful.
There are many of you listening to me right now. You could drop it in the comments. You've never been single. And some of you have been single your whole lives. But here's my question. Can you create? Can you implement? Can you build? Can you execute? Can you invent it? Can you imagine it and fulfill it alone? Without sharing the details, without spilling the beans, can you build something so beautiful, so life-giving, so unbelievable with just you and yourself? Or perhaps you and your coach, you and your mentor, you and that one person that you know you can depend on. I don't need to communicate this thing to the world. I just need to get it done. You can't build a business, you can't erect an empire with the wrong people and the wrong systems. We never really get to the place of releasing our brilliance, of uncovering our gifts, talents, and abilities because we don't spend enough time with ourselves, beating on our craft, becoming the best version of ourselves. We spend so much time talking about what we're going to do, posting on social media about what we think, that we spend so much time and resource and energy, and we never really become. I think most people grossly underestimate the power of working on themselves.
Don't you dare give up on you. Just stop saying what can't be done and do what needs to be done. Because without discipline, you won't get far. Don't hesitate now. Don't hold back. Keep your mind focused and don't look down. Don't limit your destiny. Nobody owes you anything. You owe everything to you. If you don't put the work in, you will get nothing back. It's time to get up and go to work and be consistent with your life. How far are you willing to go when it comes to your goals? I'm tired, I don't feel like it, but I got to get up and do my work. Every day, keep going. Every day, be disciplined. Every day, don't stop. Every day, fight through it. Because none of us know what tomorrow will bring. Sometimes you don't need to do what you like to do. Do what you need to do. Trust in your abilities. When are you going to wake up and start moving forward? Consistency. We have to chase it each and every day of our lives. Consistency will take you further than your excuses. Stand up and be strong. If you can just go after it, even if you stumble a few times, nothing can stop you. Get up now and work.